Hi, this is Mr. Tush over at Global. We're going to do a quick video, okay, not so quick video, take you step by step through how to do the write-up for the Paint Pot. This is going to be the last one of these write-up videos for the year on just these basic write-ups because we're going to expect after this video that you're going to know how to do it. So if you forget in future write-ups, come back to this video. It'll take you step by step through a write-up. So today we're writing up our Paint Pot project. And for it, you'll see that we have our typical template. And when you have this template, you go right down here to this link, and it opens it up in a new tab. It will give you the standard write-up template, which you can't use. It's view only. You have to go to File, Make a Copy. How do I know that? It actually says it right in here. It says File, Do not request edit access. Please select File, Make a Copy. One of the disciplines you want to get used to doing is read the directions. That'll be incredibly important in your AP exam. So we're going to go to File, Make a Copy, and I'm going to call it Mr. Tush Paint Pot App Write Up. Make sure that you're always putting your name on it. So you call it that, it will open it in a new tab, and then I can delete the old one and right away share it with me, tuschass@gmail.com, and click send. I can't share it because this is actually the ID I'm using, but you want to get that done. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to clean this out. We don't need the blue, delete the blue. We're going to call the whole thing Mr. Tush's Paint Pot App Write-Up. And then we have to get the screen capture. Well, screen capture comes from MIT App Inventor. So you go over to MIT App Inventor. If you're on an Apple, you use Command-Shift-4. If you are on PC, you can use Screen Grabber, or you can use Sketch if you're on a Mac with a PC keyboard. You take this particular component, you drop in the screencast, wherever you save it, you go back to here, you delete this slug image, insert image, put it in place, and upload it. Then title it Mr. Tush's Paint Pot App, and then here write a sentence or two describing your app and at least one feature, etc. Do that, and then come back. All right, next, we're going to go back down to here, and we are going to go down to the QR code will come later. We'll do this viewer and components. Viewer and components is just as easy, but a lot of people seem to struggle with this. You're back in the viewer. It wants viewer and components. It wants this whole box. So we're going to go to Command-Shift-4, and we go over and grab this. Go back to my write-up, insert image, screenshot I just took, there it is, put it in, and so far I've done that much correctly today, so that's fine. Code, this one is always a problem. When you do the code, you're going to want to make sure you're including all of your code. This part people skip, but this is often how we verify that you've done the app correctly. So go over to blocks, and here's my blocks. As you can see, it's way too big to fit on one image and be at all usable. So I'm going to do something called download blocks as an image. I'm going to right click or control click on a Mac, and I'm going to go to download blocks as image. Once it does, it gives me something called blocks.png. If you can, save it as or change the name and call it Tush PaintPot Blocks. And I'm going to download it with a name so I know how to find it. Because if you're on a shared machine, there might be 9 or 10 or 12 images in there, different blocks, different apps. You could find yourself tanking an assignment without even meaning to because you downloaded, app blocks that belong to someone else's app. And then I'm going to put it in here as an image. I delete, insert, image. There go my blocks. Now, very important. Here, you explain what the blocks do. You want to include all event handlers and especially procedures. If you want to crop this to just this particular set right here, you actually can do that and using the crop tool. So for example, if I wanted to use this second one to just discuss my procedures, I could do that. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert an image. It's the same image. I'm going to put it in place, select it, and then you see this crop tool right here? I want just this. And so I'll crop to this. Up, look at that. Crop to this. And then here I can say, here is where I put in a procedure. You will get lots of extra points for discussing those specific things. So get in that much and complete those tasks and come back and resume the video. Okay, finally, and this is the one that does give everybody a little bit of difficulty sometimes, is the QR code. Now the QR code, you have to give them a solid permanent QR code. To do that, you have to go in and build the app. Save the APK to my computer. Don't use this one, use this one. Use this one, you're going to be wrong. Use this one, you're going to be correct. So go ahead and download that. I'm going to get that process started. It's going to save the APK. And when it downloads it, make sure I'm saving it with my name on it. Give it a second. Right now, it's actually creating an installable app. And we're going to put this on your portfolio itself. You want to have a completed copy of all of your apps saved to your portfolio by the end of the course. You're going to need to be able to do this very well once you get to the AP exam. So while this may seem a little bit tedious, and I know we're having to wait, and certainly I'm vamping, this is an incredibly important step in terms of getting you ready for the AP exam. So there it is, save the file, and I'm going to put it in my downloads folder. I'm actually going to put it in my desktop folder, right there, PaintPot Part 3, it's an APK file, and there it goes. Now, once it goes in there, I'm going to need to put it here. How do I add it? Do I add it here? No. I add it to where it says Add Files, PaintPot Part 3 APK, stick it in place. Now, once it uploads, I'm halfway to getting my QR code. Remember, the goal is we're going to get this QR code right here. We want this QR code. So to get it, I need to grab this address. Do not click this, right-click this, where it says Copy Link Location. It may be Save Link Location, it may be Copy Link Location, but you want to copy that address. This particular download link for your app has an address. Then go to Create QR Codes. It'll take you to QR code monkey. You paste in, sure I did it once. You paste in your link, create QR code, and then I'll actually shrink it just a little bit. We don't need it more than 500 pixels, and download it. It will automatically be named QR code and tush PaintPot QR code. I will put it in here. So delete, insert image, tush QR code, open, it uploads, in it goes. It's still huge. I'm going to shrink it to a much more usable size. Remember, when shrinking an image, hold the shift key down so the square stays legit. And if you look, there is my QR code. Going to be very important for that to be there. I do all of this write-up. I have a friend read it. Make sure that you've gotten the enhancements written up. So you're talking about your procedural abstraction here and all the things that you did. Feel free to use second lists. When it's done, you want to make sure your screenshots go in the following order. Variables. So you've got your variables discussed, and here are your variables right in here. Then it says procedures, and here's your procedures right here. And then event handlers. And here are all your event handlers. Make sure all of those are covered in your write-ups. Variables, procedures, and event handlers. Make sure all of that's discussed. When all of that's discussed, then you have submitted it. If you have any questions, write an email to Mr. Tush at tushclass@gmail.com. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.